How are you all? Students, we were doing your lesson number 2, Nutrition in Animal, and up to now we have completed that what is nutrition and how different type of nutritions are shown in different animals, and we have completed the process of digestion in human being, and I have explained you that in human being the digestive system contain different parts. The first part present in digestive system is mouth, then esophagus, then stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and in last we have completed anus. And I have told you the process of digestion, the process of nutrition include different small 5 other processes, that is, first of all, ingestion, then digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. So all these process, all these 5 steps collectively form the process of nutrition. Okay, and we have discussed that how the process of assimilation, absorption, and all other processes are held in human being. So I think up to here everything is clear to you. Students, now we were on page number 23, and the filling the blanks and nutrition in ruminants we have to discuss. The first of all, dash secrete bile juice. Which organ of our body secrete bile juice? That is liver. The organ that store bile juice is gallbladder. The organ that store bile juice. The bile juice is stored in our gallbladder and it is of alkaline nature. Then the wavy movement that push the food into next organ of digestive system is called peristaltic movement. Peristalsil. I repeat, peristalsis. Okay, peristaltic movement. Then the length of our small intestine. I have told you that small intestine is the largest part of our human body and the length of small intestine is 6 meter. Okay, then come to the last part. The food is completely digested in. As you all know that as the food comes up to small intestine, it is completely digested, and in large intestine the undigested and unabsorbed food is passed to that. Okay, so we can say that the food is completely digested up to small intestine. So I think this this filling the blanks are clear to you. Now come to the last topic of our this lesson, that is nutrition in ruminants. Students, what are ruminant? First of all, ruminants means the animals which digest cellulose with the help of bacteria. Okay, as you all know that the animal like cow, deer, goat, sheep, they all are herbivores. They used to digest cellulose. Cellulose means grass. The grass contain cellulose. So such type of animals are called ruminants. Okay, the animal which can digest cellulose with the help of bacteria present in their digestive system, they are called ruminants. For example, cow, deer, all herbivores are come under ruminants. Herbivores means the organism or the animal which eat green plant or grass, they all are considered to be ruminants. Students, we are not ruminant. Human beings are not considered to be ruminants since they cannot digest the cellulose present in the grass. And do you know that the early men used to digest this cellulose with the help of an organ present in our body that is called appendix. Nowadays, if anyone is having problem in appendix, it can be operated and thrown out from the body. Since we don't have any use of this appendix nowadays in our body, and we can say that appendix is the vestigial organ of our body. So now let us come to the topic again. The stomach in ruminants is divided into beta 4 chambers. We have 4 chambers divided for ruminants. The first 3 chamber rumens, we can say a rumen is the largest chamber, then reticulum, and then omasum. Omasum. We can say omasum act as a part of food pipe, whereas the fourth chamber, that is called abomasum, Abomasum, that is called the true stomach of the ruminant animal. Okay, so these animals are having the adaptation that they can digest cellulose with the help of this four-chambered stomach. So two steps are involved in the digestion of this type of animal. First step is, what happened in first step? They used to eat the food first half chewed, or we can say partially digested, and they swallow it. You must have seen the cow eating its food. First of all, it engulf all the grass inside its body, isn't it? This half chewed and partially digested food, we can say it is called curd. C-U-D, curd. Okay. In their leisure time, or we can say in their rest time, when they are relaxing, the food again come back into their mouth in small lumps. In small lumps mean in small, we can say in small packets for further chewing. This process is called chewing the cud, or we can say this process is called rumination. What it is called? Rumination. And that is why the word is given to this type of animals, ruminant. So I think the first step involved in nutrition of ruminant is clear to you. Then come to the next step. That is the second step involved in the ruminant's body. When a ruminant swallows the half-chewed food, it enters to the rumen, where some bacteria and other microorganisms help them to digest the cellulose. Okay, as we know that in our green plants they contain cellulose. Okay, so the partially digested food is then passed to the reticulum, and from reticulum it is sent back to the mouth as curd for further chewing. Okay, then this food is, when it is completely chewed, then it again directly reaches to the omasum, where water present in the food is partially absorbed, and the food is then pushed to the abomasum, that is the true stomach of the ruminant. And in this chamber, what happened? The gastric juice secreted by the stomach help them to digest the food. So the digestion is completed in the small intestine, and the digested food is absorbed, and the undigested food is passed to the large intestine and eventually egested. Egested means thrown out from the body. And student, do you know that this ruminant, they are having very large, or we can say the length of small intestine is very large in herbivores. But if we talk about carnivores, they have very small intestine. They have small intestine. The size of small intestine is small since they have to digest the flesh of other animal. Therefore, this they have contained small intestine size small. So I think this process is clear to you. You easily know that how the digestion takes place in ruminant, and these fill-ups are clear to you all. In our next video, we are going to do nutrition process in amoeba, and I will explain you that how amoeba prepare its food and with the help of pseudopodia. So let us recall again what we have done in this video. We have done nutrition in ruminants, and I have explained you what are ruminants. The animals which eat green plants or which digest cellulose with the help of bacteria present in their body, they all are called ruminant. For example, cow, deer, goat, sheep, and they have their stomach divided in four chambers. First one is rumen, the largest chamber, then reticulum, then omasum, and in the last abomasum. Abomasum is called the true stomach of these herbivores, and the final digestion takes place in this part only. And our nutrition in ruminant is having the digestion step 2. In first, they engulf the food inside, and in second step, with the help of digestive enzymes, they again digest the food and use in their body. So I think this topic is clear to you all. In next video, we are going to complete our nutrition process in amoeba. So till then, thank you. Have a nice day.